we haven't gotten any MCU content in over a year. That's right, Spider-Man Far From Home came out over a year ago. I mean, can you believe it's been that long? But anyways, we are getting Black Widow in November, as long as things go as planned, and it will be the next piece of MCU content that we get, unless The Falcon and the Winter Soldier comes out before it, but, I mean, who knows what's going on with that. But because Black Widow is going to be the first movie after the Infinity Saga, is definitely going to help to set up the future of the MCU in this new saga, or whatever they're doing with Phase 4 and the future. So we just got a quick little update today from the movie's director that really helps give us a clear picture of how this movie sets up the future of the MCU, because the director basically said that this movie is going to be about passing the baton. And I mean, that just confirms so much to us. That basically confirms that Natasha is going to pass on the baton to Yelena Belova, and Yelena will become the new official Black Widow of the MCU, which is what a lot of us have been speculating since we found out she was going to be in this movie. But then, of course, there's been some contradicting theories with, like, the fact that maybe she'll die and stuff, because, I mean, there's a few shots in the trailer where it literally looks like she's dead, or she's about to die, and yeah, so there would have to be a little bit of explaining to do with that whole situation there. But I have come up with a theory to make this all work. To have her die, because definitely looks like she's going to die in this movie, but then to still have her be the Black Widow in the future of the MCU going forward after Natasha is dead. So here is my theory. So Yelena will die in this movie. I don't know if she'll actually die, or if she'll fake her death or something, but then in either a post-credit scene for this movie, or she'll be in a future movie or something, it will be revealed that she is not dead, or that she has been brought back to life, and now it's however many years later, and it's after Endgame, and now she knows that Natasha's dead. And then this would also explain why Natasha wore Yelena's green vest in Infinity War when she had the blonde hair, to pay tribute to her fallen sister, because Natasha thinks she's dead, so she basically dressed up as her in Infinity War, and she was paying tribute and everything, but then it turns out she's not dead, and then after Endgame, when Yelena realizes that Natasha is dead, that's when she would take up the mantle of the Black Widow and become the official new Black Widow of the MCU. And then this also explains how we may be getting a Black Widow franchise when Natasha is dead, because that was something that was really confusing people, because everybody was super excited we were getting a Black Widow movie because she finally deserves it. She's one of the original Avengers. But if she died in Endgame, then why is she getting her own franchise? Well, that also lends into my theory, because this is similar to what I think about Thor: Love and Thunder, how this will not be a Black Widow franchise for Natasha, but this will actually be Yelena's franchise, similar to how I think that with Thor: Love and Thunder, it will not be a fourth Thor movie, it will be the beginning of a new trilogy for Jane Foster Thor movies. So they could be doing something similar here, and it would be a great idea. I don't know how she would factor into the rest of the MCU, whether she'd join the Young Avengers or the official Avengers, or most likely join the Thunderbolts, because just because you have a new Black Widow in the MCU going forward doesn't mean she has to necessarily be a good guy. At least not a straight up good guy. She could be an anti-hero, and she could just be a part of the Thunderbolts, which would be great, because there's been lots of theories going around that if and when we get the Thunderbolts, it will probably include Yelena Belova, obviously if she survives Black Widow. And then it'd be cool to see her team up with Taskmaster in the Thunderbolts if both of them survive, like I said. But yeah, there's a lot of potential here, and I hope that this is actually the case. I hope that if she dies in this movie, that she will continue on and be brought back to life, or have her death faked or something, because it'll be really weird to not have a Black Widow in the MCU, going forward in the future. Even if it's not Natasha, just to have a Black Widow in the form of Yelena, it is still going to be nice to just fill that gap up with this character. Plus, I mean, Florence Pugh great actress, so that would really be a missed opportunity to have her in this one movie and then just never use her again because her character would be dead or something. Like, you just use her as the new Black Widow. That it's such a great idea, and I completely support it, and I hope that this is true. But what do you guys think about this? Do you want to see Yelena become the official new Black Widow of the MCU and take over the mantle from Natasha after her death in Endgame? And also, if this is the case, how do you think it will happen? Do you agree with my theory, my pretty crazy all over the place theory, and all that stuff? But yeah, so thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and hit that subscribe button so I can keep you up to date on everything that goes on in the Marvel life.